Hi, I'm Erin and I have too much stationery. It's a great problem to have, don't get me wrong. I do obviously make videos about stationery here on YouTube. Obviously, I'm a lover of stationery, but I have been feeling completely overwhelmed by my office lately. And here's why. This is what it has been looking like. I'm one of those people who's very much affected by the space that I'm in. So when I have more stuff than I have areas to store the stuff, it all starts to add up and it's on the floor and it's all over my desk and I can't move. I am not a minimalist by any means, but I do feel like when I hit that point, rather than getting more storage, I prefer to get rid of some of the stuff and make it fit the space that I already have. There's also just so much more stationery than one person can use, even with my mystery journal projects and so on and so forth. So we are getting stuck into some stationery decluttering. This is gonna be long. Originally, my plan was for this to be one single, very long video, but as I was editing, it was becoming very apparent that it was going to need to be more than that, or it was gonna be like an unreasonably long video that my editing software and my computer kind of couldn't handle. So we're gonna do 2 decluttering videos instead. I'm gonna break it up over the course of 2 weeks, and I hope that you will come with me for the adventure, especially if you have some stuff that you need to declutter as well. If you're drowning in stationery too, maybe we can do this together. Let's body double. I've divided the declutter into categories. So in this video specifically, we're going to be paring down my collection of washi tapes, of PET tapes, of stamps, of journals, and of sticker sheets. I'm sure you saw the length of the video before you clicked on, so if you need to go grab a beverage to get through this one, by all means, I will understand. Let's get stuck into some decluttering. Let's start with the category that I think I have the most of, which is tapes, but specifically washi tapes, and then separately we'll talk about PET tapes. In the cardboard box in the top left, I'm going to place all of the tapes I've decided not to keep, and in this plastic container up here in the top right, I'm going to place the ones I would like to keep. Oh my goodness, where to begin? Let's start with some big ones. This is the Luna Mystery Washi Tape Set from Notebook Therapy. I've had this for a while. I have used it on the channel a few times, but I think it's gorgeous. I used it quite heavily in my March theme, and I don't know that there are too many other ways that I could use it, but I'm not ready to part with this one either, so I'm going to pop that into my keep pile. Likewise with the Moonlit Blush set here as well. I've used this one quite extensively too, but these are my colors, you know. Soft pink is one of my favorite colors, and these also have a really cool rose gold foil on them too, so I am not ready to part with these ones either. Into the keep box. These two I remember I bought at the same time from Daiso. I used this one very, very gently in December in the mystery journal. You haven't seen that yet, but stay tuned, you will later in the year. You'll see it in November. It's got some cat hair on it. Everything is gonna have cat hair on it. And this one I bought at the same time. It has this kind of tile effect going on. I don't see myself reaching for these. I've had them for a while, so I'm gonna pop those in the destash box. This one and this one, these are actually washi tape stickers. I got these somewhat recently from JOURNALSAY, but I haven't had a good chance to use them yet, and I do wanna give them a shot, so I'm gonna hang on to those too. This one I also got from JOURNALSAY recently. I don't know that I could use this very easily in the journal context, but I think I'd like to try making some cards for friends with this one. Let me unroll it so you can see all of the designs on this one are different, not a repeating loop. They are like, it just goes on and on and on. Probably AI, which is unfortunate. And I am planning to get rid of a lot of my AI stuff. I just prefer artwork made by people, but these are quite lovely. So these ones I think I might hold on to. I'm gonna keep this one. This one also was from the same JOURNALSAY haul. These ones are just lanterns. It's quite pretty, but it's a little repetitive. I don't see myself having a lot of use for it, so this one's gonna go. These 2 Daiso tapes I just picked up very recently. When I picked these out, I had Christmas in mind. They're kind of like soft candy cane pastel. I really like them. Obviously haven't used them yet, so those are gonna stay. These 3 are part of a set I was sent recently from the washi tape shop, and while they're very pretty, they are very butterfly centric, and if you've spent any time on my channel before, you know I'm really not into that, so all of these ones are going to be in the care of someone else very soon. These 2 tartan tapes, I have used definitely the blue one quite a bit more than the other. There's not a lot left on that roll actually, and this one I've used a little bit too, but not too extensively by comparison. I don't feel the need to hang on to either of these. This one's a fairly recent acquisition. I have used it a little, but I know I have a lot of kind of brown toned, beige toned things. So I'm actually gonna move this one along. These ones, these were actually 2 sets and I didn't receive, I think it was the 3rd one from these. These were one set, these are another set from the washi tape shop. They're all really lovely.
I can definitely see myself using these two, the colors in these ones I really like, into the keep box. This one has come in handy in my reading journal a few times, so I feel like maybe it can stay as well. This one has butterflies made out of strawberries on it, and that's innovative and cute. I like it, but it's not really my vibe, so I'm gonna let go of this one. And this one has yellow going on, which is not a color that I reach for often, but sometimes it's good to have something in a color that you don't reach for often to match a book cover in my reading journal, or just because I want to do something really different. So I'm going to hang on to this one too. These two are from Paper Blanks. They are a William Morris set, Morris Honeysuckle and Morris Honeysuckle Pink, I think they were called. I really like both of these, and you know I love me some William Morris, so I'm going to hang on to those. I have 4 here in a set. Where are the others? I feel like my eyes aren't working. 3, 4, there they are. These are from JOURNALSAY. They're quite nice. They have kind of an irregular shape going on. I've had them in my collection for a little while and I haven't really felt the need. I think this one actually might be good for something I have in mind soon. So I'm going to hang on to it for now and I'll use it for that purpose and then move it along. So that's just going temporarily into the keep pile, but these 3 are going immediately into the destash box. These 2 are from Henriette Arts. I've used the blue one in my new journal setup for the second half of 2025. I really like it. I haven't had a chance to use the pink one yet. These are right up my alley, so they're going to stay. Is this the only one I still have from this set? It's hard to tell when I've just dumped everything out like this, isn't it? But this is from a set from the Washi tape shop that hasn't been available for some time. It was called Italian Summer 1983, I think. Absolutely gorgeous set of tapes, but as soon as they sent them to me, I think they must have been some of the last stock and they immediately disappeared. They were a set of 5, I believe. And it looks like this is the only one I have left. I also haven't reached for this one for a little while, so that's going to go in the get rid of box. Thank you for your service. This is one I've had kicking around for a long time. This star, I think it was originally intended as a star rating sticker system. This is from Archer and Olive from their, what did they call it? Vintage Library subscription box a while ago. I really should have used it more than I have. Obviously, I don't have huge plans to, or I would have used it by now, so that's got to go. I'm looking around here. I know this set came with a blue tape as well, and I have a feeling I may have used it up. I know I used it quite a bit in the Reading Journal of Destiny, which is like the mystery journal concept, but a reading journal that I gave away at the end of last year. So I think I will keep these 2 for now. They just come in handy every now and then, a little marble moment with some gold, so they can stay. This set was a pretty recent acquisition from the Washi tape shop, but I don't see myself reaching for these. I think these could find a much better home elsewhere, so into the away box. This is another old Washi tape shop that you can't get anymore, I'm pretty sure. This one I think was with the Harmony set, and I have gotten rid of the rest of the Harmony set and kept this one because I thought it was super beautiful, but haven't used it in some time, and that means it's time for it to go. This one is a map washi tape that is really handy when you're going for an adventure vibe. I've used it for pirate themes, I've used it for fantasy themes. It's great, it's wide, which means I find wider tapes more versatile than thinner tapes. This one's gonna stay. This one should have been in with the other Washi tape shop. I think there's 2 sets going on here and I don't remember which is from what, but they're not going to stay. This is a set of 6, whoops, tapes. These ones are from JOURNALSAY. I used the ones that are open a little bit in my July reading journal dashboard page, and I like them. They're all a bit same, you know, so I would like to keep a couple of these, I think, but I don't feel the need to keep all of them. I do love the candle kind of vibe on this one. I think that's quite fun and witchy, so I'll keep that one. And I think I really like the mushroom over here too. That's quite cute. Oh, it's got some butterflies, but we can forgive it for that. What else have we got? Well, that one's got candles and stuff on it too. Do you know what? I'm thinking of a specific book that I want to read soon that's going to be good for, so I'll keep that one. This one's quite vague and just sort of floral. I think it can go. Stars. Oh, I'm starting to second guess myself. Stars are always good. I do have other stars though. And I'm not super into yellow, as we mentioned earlier, so that can go. This one's a little bit more vintage celestial kind of a vibe, but I think I'm gonna let that one go too. And yeah, we'll keep the mushrooms for now. These 3 have really surprised me. These tapes came in, oh, they're fluffy, came in a set from Muji. And I really didn't think that I'd end up using them kind of as much as I have The grey I've definitely used the least. I love that this just sort of looks like electrical tape. It is washi tape, I promise. I love a solid washi tape. They come in so handy. I'm keeping all 3 of these, and I believe you can still get these from Muji. Keep. I've got a whole bunch of these kind of wide. Oh, are you from a different set? Let's stick with the ones that are, oh goodness, come back. All the same size to start with. See if I can corral them all. I think that's it. It may not be. If I come across others, I'll just put them in the same place. These are part of a set that a lot of these other smaller solid washi tapes also came from. I've used them a little, but I personally don't find that I reach for the grid ones too often, and I've been finding these ones quite hard to store, so I'm gonna get rid of all of these pastel grid tapes. Into the farewell box. I've also just discovered another of the Italian Summer 1983 tapes, so that's also gonna go. This one is from the Quirky Cub Collective. I used this in my June setup in my bullet journal. I think it's gorgeous. I've got stacks left. It's staying. This one I believe came from Stationery Pal, and it's gorgeous, but I haven't reached for it. So I think I'm going to move this one along. These 2 lovely bookish washi tapes I got from my Secret Santa last year from my channel members' Discord. I have actually used these quite a bit in my reading journal. I'm torn because I have some fairly similar stuff also in here a little bit later. Maybe I keep one and move the other on. Which do I like better though? Oh, this is difficult. I'm eyeing off the box of things I'm getting rid of, and it's looking pretty healthy. So what if I just keep them both? These tapes are all from London Gifties. They make some really gorgeous washi tapes, and you get so much on the roll. This one I've probably used the least out of the bunch. Love it though. This one I think I've probably used the most. I think they're all gorgeous. Oh, and I think I'm gonna keep them all. Oh, I found another Henriette Arts. This one's got a little coquettish kind of bow design going on. Haven't had a chance to use this one yet, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Let's just collect up all of the solid washis. I have amassed quite a collection of these. Couple more gridded here. I think I'll keep the black and white gridded tapes because I feel like they'll come in more handy than colored, but I'm going to get rid of this one. All of the solid colors can stay. I may end up unwinding these onto some washi cards in the future, potentially, because you can never really go wrong with a solid washi tape. Keep all of those. And honestly, same goes with all of the other sort of smaller thin washis, wider solid washis. If it's a solid washi, I'm gonna hold on to it, including all of you. More solid washis staying, more solid washis staying. That one's actually not solid. This one's actually part of a Monet set that I have gotten rid of the rest of, but this one didn't kind of sneak back in there. I used them at a workshop and people put them back wherever, and I sort of lost track of what went where, but it kind of operates like a solid tape, but it technically isn't, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Oh, another London Gifties, keeping her too. I love the foiling on these ones. It's that kind of silver holographic. I feel like you don't see that often enough. Keep. Speaking of silver gilding, this tape I bought in store. I think it's BGM, whatever that is. I got this one in Books Kinokuniya in Sydney. I've used it a little bit. I think it's stunning. I will not part with this one yet. Keep, keep, keep. There are a couple here that are part of a set. Where are your friends? These 2? Just those 2, I think, from the washi tape shop a while ago. I have destashed the rest of the set and held on to just these 2, but I think they can go now. This one and this one are from Notebook Therapy's lucky bag, not the most recent one, but the one before. My lovely friend Judy actually gave me these because she found that she wasn't using them, so they've been destashed already. They've ended up with me. I think I'm gonna destash, oh, do I destash the dragon one? I've just realized that I read a book recently that this could go in the reading journal. That's gonna happen to me a lot, isn't it? Maybe not, I have other dragon things. Get rid of that one, but I think I'm gonna keep this because this is very fairy tale romantic. I love the uneven edge on this tape, so let's hang on to that one. There are a few here that I think are part of a set, so let me just collect those. I think that's all of them. These ones came in a little box set. I have used them a bit, but I don't reach for them enough to make it worth it, so I'm going to get rid of all of these. I think a couple of these will actually appear in December in the mystery journal as well, funnily enough, but I've already done that, so I don't need them. Away. These 3 are also, 4 actually, part of a set. I just find having a celestial black tape so handy for when I inevitably decide I want to do a witchy theme, because that happens every couple of months, so definitely holding on to those ones. Oh, this was also part of a set that I don't want to keep anymore, and this one was too, but I think this one's really pretty. I really like the leaf design on here and that little touch of gold. It's very subtle, so I'm going to hold on to that one. This one I feel doesn't really go with anything else that I have looked at so far, but I also really like it. I got this one from Stationery Pal a little while ago, so I'm going to hold on to that. It's giving me kind of a picnic vibe, and we are coming up on spring in the Southern Hemisphere, so that might have its moment soon. This one, I'm not sure where it's from. This one also, goodness me, the cat hair, you would not believe, was also part of my Secret Santa from my lovely channel member who drew my name. Really lovely, haven't had a chance to use it. Not totally sure that I will. I have a PET tape that I think this could go really well with actually, so I will hold on to this for now. Let's put some sets together because I think everything that's left here, except for one, maybe two, are from particular brands. Okay, these two are the outliers. This one I think originally came from Stationery Pal. Once again, it never hurts to have some witchy tapes on hand, so I'll keep this one for much the same reason as I did the last little set of black ones. This one is from Marigona Suli. I believe this came in my advent calendar last year from Kimberly of Mooncraft Bujo. I think it's absolutely lovely, very cozy for the reading journal, holding on to that. Obviously, haven't had a chance to use it at all yet, and I'd like to, so keep. Of the remaining, all of these ones, I'm going to take this one down the bottom because it's, whoops, don't run away, actually not from the same set, but all of the ones that have the same color scheme here, I'm losing one under my hand. Hold on. Okay, all of these beauties are from Bloomsicle Paper Co. I say it too quickly sometimes and people always think I said whimsical, not whimsical, bloomsicle. Like a flower that blooms, whimsically, bloomsicle. This is an Aussie-based company. I bought their whole set, honestly, in part just because I really wanted this pink bookshelf tape, which I have used quite a bit. I think these are stunning. I haven't had the chance to use them enough. I'm keeping all of those. A lot of them are still in their packaging, so definitely hanging on to them. I also have the copper version of the same bookshelf because I just think it's gorgeous. And I love supporting small businesses, especially when they're Australian-based, so stay. These ones came from Cora Crea Crafts when I was subscribed to their monthly subscription box. I think this one's really cool. It's medieval village kind of a vibe, right? It's a very delicate tape because of the way that edge is cut. You have to be really careful with it. I haven't found the right moment for it yet, but I will, I plan to, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. This one I've used the heck out of and I still have quite a bit to go. I think this one's really beautiful. Definitely keeping, love the silver gilding. Please can we have more silver gilding in stationery? It's gorgeous. Keep. These three I'm less certain about. This one I actually am pretty sure I'm happy. Oh, there's one inside there. What? Oh my goodness. There was a little hidden tape inside. Let me pop that aside because that's not from Cora Crea Crafts. I need to talk about it separately. This one is very alchemy studies, kind of potion notes, you know, botany. I like it, but I have lots of similar things. So this one I think I will move along. This one's got the lovely kind of blue and white china. I like it, and I have used this actually in the mystery journal a little bit. You'll see it in the, I think, November theme. I don't see myself reaching for it though, so I'm going to move this one along. And this is the last of our Cora Crea Crafts. I've used this one in the mystery journal quite a bit too. This one being a more kind of medieval script vibe, I think I'm going to hang on to it. It's just a handy little bit of texture every now and then, especially if you're going monochrome, so I will hold on to that. Our little stowaway here is actually a PET tape, so he belongs in a different category. I'm going to pop him to one side and we'll talk about him later. And then we have only these ones remaining. These are all from Leela Journals. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I have used this one quite a bit. This wallpaper tape, I have no intention of parting with it anytime soon. These two ginghams I have used quite a bit too. I love a tape this wide. I feel like they're not super easy to get your hands on these days. Everyone's going PET and pre-cut. Give me a repeating pattern washi tape any day. Absolutely keeping both of those. Gingham's so versatile, much more versatile to me than a grid. And these ones are all a lace kind of tape pattern. I definitely haven't got to use them as much as I would like to. I am going to keep all of these ones too. Into the keep box you go. I actually have one left. Oh my goodness, it was just like sitting over here, just out of frame. This one is from the Washi Tape Shop. It's one of their Christmas pre-cut sticker tapes. It is very cartoony. It is really not my vibe. It's gonna go. Something that we haven't touched on yet is all of these ones. These are all from Paper Monogatari. I mentioned earlier that I had lots of sort of brown toned things and I didn't really need to be keeping too many because I was already working with quite a few. This is why, this right here. There is a tape right here that I use pretty much constantly. This script tape. I have had a cheaper version of it in the past, but Anna's is a much nicer quality. So I'm definitely keeping that one. Don't really want to get rid of a lot, but is it reasonable to have the same thing sort of repeatedly? So this one, for instance, it has a rose pattern on it. It's gorgeous, but it's kind of similar to this, which is a little more nondescript. I prefer the brown of this one. This is a little bit more kind of green. I'm going to move this one along. That's hard to do. And hold on to this one. I haven't even opened this one yet. This is from the Swan Lake collection, which is stunning and I can't wait to use it. On that, I feel like these are kind of giving a similar vibe, but I prefer, once again, this is a bit more green beige, which is not really my wheelhouse. This I see myself using a lot more, so I'm going to move this one along too. Do I need two kind of sheet music vibes? This one's also got some pink on it though. This is from the Under a Cherry Tree collection, which is from spring 2024, and I haven't opened it. I think that tells me everything I need to know because I have used this one. Let's move this one along. Hold on to that one. Absolutely keeping those clouds. They're stunning. That's from Swan Lake as well. Once again, with, you know how I keep talking about how good it is to have some dark washies? Keeping that one for that same reason. Keeping the bookshelf. I've used this one to death and I will continue to do so. Absolutely lovely. Bookshelf can stay. For some reason, when it's a gridded washi and it's from Anna, it's better quality, so I think that's why I like them more from her. I have 4 tiny thin ones as well in different colors too, so I plan to keep all of those. They're all still in their original packaging because they're only pretty new to my collection. I couldn't totally remember. I think this is from the Pumpkin Spice collection. It feels like Anna's tape, so I think I'm probably right on that one. Probably not really my vibe, but we are coming up on Halloween, so I'm going to keep that one. The purple ones with the hydrangeas are from last year's Afternoon in Paris set, which I did use in my journal quite extensively for my July theme last year, but I still think they're gorgeous. I think I'm going to hold on to those, all of them. This gingham was from that set too. Under a Cherry Tree, there you are again. Haven't opened this one either, but I do have some tentative Japan travel plans for next year, so I think I want to hang on to this one purely based on that. We're going to keep you. This one's from Swan Lake. It's a lovely icy grey blue with text on. I love printed text, script text. I love a text washi tape, so that one's going to stay. This one's the script green version that is from, where are you from? Maybe even the Paris set, I think. You can stay. This one is also going to stay, this gingham. That's actually, I think, from this most recent Tropical Getaway set, which is the summer release. This one's pretty new. I think all of those came together. I used these a little bit recently in a traveling journal that I decorated a spread and sent it on its way. I don't know that they're going to be in high rotation for me. I think they're gorgeous, but I don't think they're the right ones for me. So they can probably skedaddle, but I'm keeping the green one. Someone who loves the beach is going to love those. I feel like this one feels like caramel. It's like a Werther's original in a washi tape. Definitely keeping that one. I use this all the time. This has got text from, I think it's the letter from Mr. Darcy where he's apologizing. That's gorgeous and I'm keeping it. And this is a black with a kind of a signature pattern for Anna. Really gorgeous from the Academia set. This one I think is from Academia as well. This one's from Academia too, and don't remember where that one is from, but I don't have very much red, so I'm going to keep it purely based on that. All the rest of these are going to stay. So this is where I'm at with the washi that I'm keeping. Wow, that seems like a lot, doesn't it? But I am getting rid of all of those. So it's not nothing. Our next category is PET tapes, and as you can see, I've got a few of them as well. Once again, box in the top left corner here is going to be the ones that I'm moving along, and I'm going to try to squeeze this box into the top right corner. This is the ones I'm going to keep. This one I've actually had in my destash box for quite some time. This one's from the washi tape shop. It's got these kind of anime girlies on. Nobody wants it, apparently. I'm going to put it back in the destash box, but I've had trouble finding a new home for this one, funnily enough. This is a PET tape I know instantly that I want to keep. I got this one from Leela Journals. It's got beautiful kind of gothic style windows, but they're in a light academia style because of the color scheme. Absolutely gorgeous. I have used it before, we'll use it again. Please stay in my collection. I need to make this sit better. I've been hoarding boxes for months for exactly this purpose. I have 2 tapes here that are quite different from the rest. Where's your other half? Ah, there it is. These 2 I got from JOURNALSAY a little while ago. I think they're quite fun. They're very sci-fi, like circuit board kind of vibes. I haven't had a chance to use these ones, but I definitely want to. I think they'll be great in the reading journal, so I'm gonna hold on to both of those ones. I got this little set. I think I completely used up the blue in the mystery journal. Were there other colors? Not that I can see at a glance. Oh, look at you. You're a washi tape. What are you doing in here, you little imposter? That one's going with the other washi tape shop. Those 2 sets that I couldn't remember which was which. Yeah, definitely gonna go with its friends there. So I've got a purple, a green, and this kind of reddish brownish color. These are just like an irregular edge, swirly, what did I call them? Amorphous blobs kind of tapes. They're gorgeous, but I feel like once you've used one of these, you've kind of used them all. So I'm gonna move those 3 along. This one is from Notebook Therapy's most recent cat hair covered lucky bag. I actually used this one extensively in August in the mystery journal, as you can see from the fact that there are big gaps in the first part of the tape there. Still a fair bit on there though, so I think someone else can get some good use out of the rest of it. Thank you for your service tape. You can go in the destash. Here's another little Notebook Therapy lucky bag moment, although this is from the previous year. I didn't actually get that lucky bag, but my friend Judy just gave me the bits that she wasn't using, and so I really lucked out there. I haven't had a chance to use this one. I'm not sure if I will. I've had it in my stash for a while and I haven't reached for it, and that makes me think maybe not. So that's gonna go into the donate box. This tape, I have barely any left of this one. This is from JOURNALSAY. It's an Art Nouveau style frame that I used quite a bit in the July theme in the mystery journal. I think it's so spectacular. It sold out like straight away. I don't know. It's still listed on the site, but I don't know if you can still get it. I haven't been able to find it elsewhere, but I'm gonna hold on to that one just in case. Like Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairy vibes, you know? Also from last year's lucky bag, this was our little imposter that was stuck in some washi tapes earlier. This one's a stained glass style. I've used a random tape to keep it shut, but stained glass style PET tape with roses in. It's very Beauty and the Beast. I used this in my reading journal, the new journal setup for this year, and I have just come up with another page that I want to add to that. So I don't want to get rid of anything that I might need for continuing the theme. So that one's going to stay. Also, it's really cute. Likewise from, oh, I don't remember what this set is called. It's from Notebook Therapy Into the Library? Anyway, it's lovely. I think I will move it along once I add this extra spread to the reading journal, just so that things are consistent. I think I'm done with it. I've used it a bit and I've used it enough. But for now, I'll keep it for consistency. While we're talking Notebook Therapy, this one's also, yeah, because I used this in the reading journal too. This is a gorgeous PET tape. Same reason I plan to probably use a bit of this in the reading journal to keep things consistent, but I also think that this is something I can get some more use out of in the future too, so we'll hold on to this one. This one I've had in my collection for a little while and I've used it a bit, but I'm feeling like it's time to let it move along. It's from the Washi tape shop. It's an autumn, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but these little autumn watercolor vignettes. Absolutely gorgeous, but very kind of fluorescent yellows going on here. I think I'm done with this one, so it's time for you to go. Thank you for your service. Into the destash box with you. One tape here from the Quirky Cup Collective. This one's had a little bit of use. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got heaps left. You can stay. This one I'm planning to move along. This one's from Wrong Wrong. It's a pre-cut PET tape. I can't remember what it's called. Cozy something. And it is cozy. It's very pastel vibes. It's really cute, but I feel like I have other things in similar color palettes that I prefer, so I'm gonna move this one along. That's also still got heaps on the roll, so someone can get some good use out of that. This little cutie is from Bloomsicle Paper Co. This one's not a pre-cut tape. You have to cut out individual elements here yourself if you wish to separate them, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a nice frosted texture on it, so it's not super duper shiny. I love that little bit of copper, almost holographic gilding. That's just so spectacular. You can stay for sure. This is another of the Notebook Therapy Into the Library tapes here. Very pretty, kind of Victorian vibes with the like quills and ruffly sleeves and stuff. I don't think I enjoy this one as much, and it's also, what are these random numbers doing here? Like, what are we supposed to do with that? If you're putting the whole thing down as just a general strip of stuff. I think it's great, but I really think I prefer the other one, so I might pass this one along. And if I need book stacks and stuff, I can get it from this tape, so all is not lost. Farewell. Oh, now here's a tricky one. Tricky two, in fact. These two tapes are both from London Gifties. This one is some windows in this kind of dark fantasy style. They're so gorgeous, but my gosh, when you buy a roll of tape from London Gifties, you get so much. I've used the heck out of these. I feel like everyone I've ever met has taken a loop of each of these tapes, and I still have so much left. That said, my girl Jessie, owner of Stash World, and myself, we're teaming up to run an adventure journaling workshop for a hen's party, like a private event soon. And I feel like these are great for that kind of thing. So I'm going to keep them for that purpose, see how much use we can get out of them there, and maybe potentially pass them along after that. This one right here is a Halloween tape from last year's Halloween collection from the Washi tape shop. It's a pre-cut PET tape with like a little haunted hobbit hole. That's pretty cute. Lots of really fun stuff going on here. It does feel a little too maybe cutesy for me, but I feel like it could be good for the reading journal, potentially if I read something that's like cozy witchy, maybe. Actually, I have just read a cozy witchy book, and it might be really good for that. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna hang on to it. Did you see that coming? Probably. Here's one I've used a lot, particularly in December in the mystery journal. This one's from Cora Creer Crafts. Castles, Knights, pre-cut PET tape. Lovely, but I'm starting to feel a bit like over it. It's a little repetitive. So I'm not totally sure here, but it is really appropriate for fantasy books, right? Actually, I think I'm gonna pass this one on. I have genuinely, it was a big roll and I have used so much of it, so I think someone else can use the rest. 1, 2, 3 clear and gold tapes here. This one I used quite extensively in the mystery journal. This is absolutely gorgeous, but I don't have a great deal of it left. Definitely enough for a reading journal spread though, so I will hang on to this one. I read a lot of stuff that's about magic, so it does make sense for me to hold on to something that feels a bit magic-y, even if I've only got the tiniest little bit left. You can stay for now. Similar, but a little bit different. This one is a clear and gold tape as well, but it's got this leafy design on it and it is a much shinier tape. The other one's a bit more matte. I think this is lovely. I have used it a bit, but not in a while, so I think I'm gonna pass this one on. And one more of those. Again, barely any of this one left. You can kind of just see it on the roll actually. Stars, just stars, same thing as the other. Holding on to that one, you can stay. Here's another of our Cora Creer Crafts pre-cut PET tapes from when I was subscribed to their subscription box. This one's Alice in Wonderland themed, and I held on to it in case I found myself feeling like reading some Alice in Wonderland inspired fiction, like a retelling or something, but I haven't wanted to do that, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's also just, they're a little grotesque. I'm not obsessed with this one. Someone's gonna love that, but it's not me. This one was on my channel somewhat recently in my July setup. Absolutely gorgeous. Check out the sparkle on this tape. But they're massive, which makes them kind of hard to use. I've still got a decent chunk of them left. You just like can't find it anymore. Can't find it elsewhere online, but someone's gonna have it. I'm gonna put this in the destash. This one's a cute little tape. This one's got pre-cut cloud stickers on it. It's a really interesting texture because they're very matte. You can see shining it around. The actual clouds don't really reflect at all. No gilding on these ones, but they're really cute. I used some of them in the mystery journal, but I've still got a decent chunk left. I think I finished a roll of, oh, that was noisy, a roll of this in a different color, but I've still got plenty of these ones and I think they're really dreamy, so they can stay. Into the keep box. I don't even know what this one is. Looks Christmassy. Oh, this must have come out of my existing destash box and nobody had kind of claimed it. It's real cutesy. It's from the Washi tape shop's Christmas stuff. It's not for me. There's not a lot of it left here, so I think some of my pals must have taken some loops of it, but we are sort of heading into the Christmassy end of the year already. I know it's too early to really think about it, but that I'm going to put in the donate box. I definitely don't want it for myself. I think this is another Cora Creer Crafts, and I seem to have used this one a little bit because the beginning of the roll's not got a lot going on, but here we go. We start to get into some stuff. This must have, whoa, actually I've used a lot, haven't I? Wow, I need to put some of this stuff in the sticker book. Wait, no, this is not Korakura Crafts. This is Paper Monogatari. Yeah, Paper Monogatari. And that's why I've used it so much, because I used it in my May setup in my bullet journal. Super lovely, great for gothic, dark academia book moments. I'm gonna hang on to this one, but I think I am gonna chop it like here and put that other stuff in my sticker book, because that's a bit ridiculous. Make a little incision right there, and that's gonna make it much easier to keep track of. Keep that, keep this too, just in my sticker book. I feel like if we do these gold tapes, I did accidentally double up on one of these. You get out of there, you're not a gold tape. Which one are you? Oh yeah, it's that one. I've got two of this, so this one clearly can go. I think these are really pretty. I got the whole set from JOURNALSAY, but I don't know that I really need that many gold lace tapes that all kind of serve the same purpose. Let's just unroll a little bit of each one. Table's white, so we should be able to see it pretty well, and I'll work out from there what I like enough to hang on to. There are 6 in the set, so that's the first 3. Oh, am I going to disprove myself here? I think I really like them all so far. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other one? Here. All right, let's observe. Straight off the bat, I think this one's too bold, so I'm gonna take that one out of the running. That was an easy choice. Of the remaining, I love this one. I'm definitely going to be keeping you. Now what? This one's very delicate, but I don't buy it as a lace. I'm gonna get rid of that one. This one's kind of giving grandma's doily more than beautiful French lace vibes, so I'm going to take that one out of the running. But I think I'm gonna keep the other 2. Look, we halved it. That's pretty good, right? Yeah, I really like both of the others. Stay, stay. Thank you for your time. Here's another Korakura Crafts tape. This one, I think, was Victorian manor themed. They're quite nice. Lots of people going on here, which is not really my vibe. Very kind of Wednesday Addams. I'm gonna move this one along. That was a very easy decision. I'm pretty sure these 2 are a set. I just got these ones from the Washi tape shop. Sweet Rosé or something along those lines. I used them very recently to decorate the nameplate page of my most recent bullet journal. I'd love to give these a shot at a full theme in a journal. I think the colors are gorgeous, so I'm keeping both of those. This one's from Korakura Crafts as well. This is a continuous loop PET tape that I used a little, I think, in my reading journal for the Goober Readathon this year, which was plant themed. It's got a really nice witch's cottage kind of a vibe. It's a raised shell tape, which means it's got a little bit of texture. It's a bit more matte, so it's not super shiny, but it's very colorful. Lots of kind of impact going on here. I think it's actually a little bit much for me because you can only really use it in one way, right? Like, it's a strip of stuff. It doesn't really layer that well. I think it's gorgeous, and I've given it a little bit of use, but look how much is left there. That's so much tape. So going to move you on. This one I got from JOURNALSAY a while ago. It's a kind of autumnal lantern kind of a vibe. I actually think it's super pretty. I had stickers that were similar. Same kind of vibe though, right? Like, it's a strip, it's kind of difficult to use. I've had it for a while, it hasn't really got its moment, so bye-bye. This one I've used a touch in the reading journal too. This one's like a clear, dark water in rectangular slabs. I think it's really cool, but I also think it's large, it's difficult. I'm gonna move it on. It will have a better time with someone else. Bye-bye water. This is a new one to my collection. This is from the Washi tape shop. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's really, really nice. I think the florals are gorgeous. It's very dreamy, whimsical. It's pre-cut, which makes my life really easy. I'm gonna hang on to this one. Let's do the rest of the Washi tape shop while we're here. Another pre-cut floral. Look, the Washi tape shop do florals so well. I won't complain when they do kind of the same thing over and over, because the colors are always different, flowers are always a bit different, and I live for it. It makes my life really easy. Something like this, you pick like 2 of those colors in a solid washi tape, layer them together. That's basically my whole February theme from this year. This is lovely. It's gonna stay. Let's have a look at this one. This one's purple. It's lovely. There's a lot of text going on, but I like the stuff around it. Haven't had a chance to use this one, but oh, I forgot about her. She's really creepy, but I like everything else that's on the tape, so I'm gonna hold on to this one for now. Get in the keep box. Also purple, also pre-cut, but this one's got a bit more of a red tone to the purples. I actually think I prefer this one. Still don't want text stickers that say Whispers of Lavender Fields, but I think the rest of it is quite nice. There's literally a sticker here that says Romantic Mauve Hues. All right, but yeah, I think they're nice. Also, there's a dragonfly. More of those. You know, I prefer a dragonfly over a butterfly. Although we do have butterflies for those of you who do enjoy a butterfly. Hanging on to this one for now too. I've just been waiting for my moment with this one. Soft pink, we've got some birds. This is so lovely. Of course I'm keeping it. I haven't got to use it and I want to make sure that I do. This one's hectic. This one's got so much color going on, which is one of the reasons that I decided to pass along the Cora Korea Crafts like hanging one from earlier, but because this one is pre-cut in these little clusters, these little designs that are different shapes and sizes, and some of them are frames, I think this is a lot more versatile. So this is kind of screaming springtime to me, which is coming up pretty soon for us down here on the lower half of the planet. So this one's definitely a keep. And our last washi tape shop piece, this one I only got quite recently. It's got instruments and flowers, and I think it's beautiful. It's really fun. Sometimes when they do this kind of thing, they go a bit too cutesy. I respect that they haven't done that this time. I can't wait to use this one. Keep, keep, keep. Oh, I lied to you. There's another washi tape shop one. It's just very different, so it didn't register for me. I don't remember what it's called, but I do remember that I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I have some plans to read some fantasy books that are based in like Asian mythology, so I thought it would be really cool to hold on to this. For those in my reading journal, I'm going to keep it, but it is kind of a tricky one to use because they are really big vignettes. So glad I'm using a giant reading journal. Keep. Who remains? One more pre-cut PET tape from Cora Korea Crafts here that I've used a little bit. This one's got an academia vibe going on too, which obviously I've just decided to keep one of these from Paper Monogatari, so it's possible that I don't need this. That's a whole sticker that is just the alphabet on a single sticker. What do you want me to do with that? I do love the pen nibs though. I think I could do something really cool with this for my ink journal where I swatch all my fountain pen inks. So I actually think I'm going to hang on to this one too, even though it has some overlap with the Paper Monogatari tape. It has enough difference, particularly those little fountain pen nibs, that I can see myself using this one as well. Okay, I've got 3 Paper Monogataris here. I've only opened one of them, and I only opened it very, very recently. But as I mentioned, this one's from the Under the Cherry Blossom, is that what it was called? I don't remember. Cherry Blossom collection from spring last year. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I haven't used it, but as I mentioned, might be going to Japan next year, so I will hang on to it in case of that. For my travel journal, you know, it could come in really handy because I love to keep a travel journal whenever I go anywhere. Oh no, we've got another stowaway. That was from that set. It's okay, they're in here, so I can just shove it in there, but that was from that set of blue tapes, so in you go. This one's also from Paper Monogatari. This is from the Botanist's Diary set, which was from last year. It's got some like citrus going on. I'm not sure. I can't see enough of it to make an informed decision, so we're gonna have to open it. It's possible I've been missing out this whole time. I've just had something gorgeous in my house and I didn't know and I didn't give it its chance. I'm not sold on the oranges. Oh, but the rest of it's really nice. Oh yeah, the flowers. It's not pre-cut though, which would make my life a little harder. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting rid of the matching washi tape, so I'm actually gonna pass this one on. Now I wish I hadn't opened it because someone could have had a brand new tape. It is still brand new, I haven't used it at all. But like they could have had that whole experience, you know? That's a shame. One more here from Paper Monogatari. This one's from the Swan Lake set. I haven't opened this one yet either, but I haven't had it for as long. It's got point shoes on it. It's got ballet shoes. I'm definitely using this. I don't need to open it to know that. Keep. And these last 4, is that actually all that's left? I haven't got any hiding this time. Great. These are all from JOURNALSAY. This one is a lovely floral, kind of an icy purple vibe. It's got incredible holographic gildy reflections here. It's not pre-cut though, and I do have a lot of other purples that are pre-cut. You don't get a lot on the roll for this one though. It's possible I might find a way to use it for the mystery journal for next year. Is there enough in there to do a mystery journal theme though? I'm really in 2 minds about this one. And I'm really struggling to store PET tape, so I was hoping to reduce by a lot. I'm gonna keep it for now. This one I've also recently used in the reading journal. I really like this one actually. Kind of a dark fantasy romance vibe, although the book I used it for wasn't that dark. Red, purple, gold kind of vibes, a little bit gothic. I think it's really fun and they are pre-cut, which is great. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. This one's from my Amorphous Blobs collection. I've used quite a few of them. I should cut that off. Oh wow, yeah, I should cut all of that off. This one is pre-cut and they're just kind of like little motes of light. just little like clusters of stars and stuff. It's really cool. I used the blue one of this quite a bit in the mystery journal. I think I'm gonna move this one along, but first I'm gonna chop it so that it doesn't have all of this excess for no reason. And lucky last, I'm gonna bust this one out because I have plans to use it really soon, I think in my reading journal. Check this out. Look how spectacular that is. This has probably disappeared. Oh wait, maybe it's supposed to go this way. Probably disappeared from JOURNALSAY's website already, but I think it's gorgeous. That seems to be the way of it when I find something really pretty. I'm like, look at this thing, and then it's just gone. But I love the color scheme. I think it's really cool. It's not pre-cut. I'm gonna have to do some DIY scissor cutting on this one, but that's all right, I'll survive. I've done it before. Definitely a keep. And I'm pretty impressed with how much you get of this one too. Sometimes the JOURNALSAY tapes, they don't give you much, but this one's pretty generous. Now we got to keep in mind that this box also has the washi tapes in it too, but this is stuff I'm getting rid of. These are the PET tapes I'm going to keep. Not bad. Moving on to our next category, which I swear to you, I didn't even know I had this many of. Stamps, stamp pads, silicone stamps, woodblock stamps, stamp sets, stamps. And I can tell you right now that I am keeping all of the stamp sets from the Quirky Cup Collective. This is the book genre set. It's delicious. I love it. It's staying. I'm going to put it over here. Keeping to this side this time. Stuff that's going to that side. This is the Practical Magic set. I actually find that I use this one the least, but I do still come back to it, so I will not part with it at this stage. This one's the Fantasy Fiction set. It's spectacular. Love it. I use it all the time, especially for things like mood trackers in the mystery journal that can be colored in, you know, really fun for that kind of thing. Keep, of course. And I haven't had this one for as long. This is the Sugar and Spice stamp set, but I do think it's really lovely. So, of course, I'm keeping that one as well. This one's from Notebook Therapy. It's the Vintage Rose set, and it's really lovely too. And I still use this one quite a bit as well, so keeping that one too. This one, oh gosh, I don't remember where this is from. I think maybe Stationery Pal. It's an interesting little set here. Day of the week stamps, they're pretty good. I quite like this lace one down the bottom. I'm not so into the rest. I think I'm gonna move this one on. Useful though the day of the week stamps are, I personally think I can do that with stickers if I want to, like I can make them with my Cricut. So let's save the space and move those along. This one's kind of a similar vibe, but for the months, and it is just the month, so that's pretty cute. I think I used these in the mystery journal at one point. I don't see myself reaching for them again though for similar reasons, so gonna move that set along too. Bye-bye. These ones came with the Lucky Myth mystery bag thing from Notebook Therapy last year. They're this interesting, I think they call them dice stamp. So they have three surfaces with cat hair, three surfaces with stamp faces on them, and the other surfaces show you what they are. I used these very, very lightly, one of them anyway, in my reading journal setup at the beginning of the year, but I don't think they're the vibe. If I could, I suppose I could really peel off like the ones that are frames and keep those. Nah, I'm gonna move these along. Farewell, Lucky Myth stamps. Oh, I missed one of the Quirky Cup Collectives. This is the reading journal stamp set. Mostly just books on a shelf. I find these make setting up a bookshelf tracker way easier, so definitely keeping them. Also in the world of woodblock stamps, we've got some smaller ones. Whoops, come back. These ones are little frames. I forgot I had them for a while because of how I was storing them, but that means I haven't had much chance to use them, and I do want to use them, so I'm going to keep those. These ones are number stamps. They're actually quite cute. Typewriter style. I don't even know if I've used these at all besides to test them out. Maybe not even that. They're very cute. I'm going to hang on to those. Stacks more frames. These ones, I think, were all originally from, oh gosh, I don't remember, JOURNALSAY, and they disappeared. I can't find them anymore, but they're really lovely. They're all from Mocard, one of those like cheap stationery brands. It's an arch version. This feels like the Play School windows now. The arch window, the oval window, the circle window. That's so pretty. Got a Venetian style one here too. Really lovely. I like all of them. So I'm going to keep all of them. And I think I've got a little square one. Yeah, I do. That one was in my drawer. I've used it for some fountain pen ink swatches semi-recently. So keeping that one too. Also in a similar vein, because frame stamps, these ones have got a bit more of a celestial vibe going on. I think they're really pretty. I'd forgotten I had those too because I had them stored in the same place, there's another one. So that one's kind of oval. Don't let the artwork on the box fool you because they're actually not as busy as they make it look. This one's more of an arch. I think that's gorgeous. Wow. Okay. Definitely need to give those a moment soon. This is the great thing about decluttering. You start to discover all this stuff you forgot you had. Keep. Oops. Thought I'd be getting rid of more of these than I am. This one is a stamp alphabet set. I have used it a little. It's got little florals on them, but I feel like I had big expectations for them and they haven't quite measured up. I'm actually going to get rid of that one. This is a stamp of my business logo as a photographer. I have used this on clients' wedding albums and the like for some time. I will still need this very occasionally. I'm not going to get rid of it, but even if I wasn't ever going to need it again, would I get rid of it? Because it's kind of cool. It's a little piece of my history. I'm going to keep that probably forever. And our last couple of woodblock stamps. You actually haven't seen these on the channel yet. I've had these for a little bit, but I haven't shown you yet. I'm sorry about that. These are so cool. These are from Lord of Maps, and they are map stamps designed for you to build your own maps of like fantasy worlds. You know the maps in the front of a fantasy novel? DIY it with stamps. I think they're so cute. I only got these pretty recently. I haven't even tested them out. Of course, I'm keeping both of those. They're fantastic. I have big plans for these. Oh, a couple more woodblock stamps. This one's from the washi tape shop. It's a floral wreath kind of a stamp. It's really, really pretty. I've had it for some time, several years. I haven't used it much. In fact, I don't think I've used it since like July, was that 22 or 23? July 2023, I think was the last time I used it. So I think it's time for that one to leave me. And this one's from Cora Career Crafts. It's looking pretty manky because I've used it with some paint markers and then not cleaned it, which is on me. It's this cool kind of sigil. I don't know. It came with their Elements subscription box. I've tried using it a couple of times and then layered stickers over the top, and I feel like that tells me everything I need to know. So that one's gonna go. Bye. This one's not a woodblock stamp, but it is one of those like library date stamp thingies. I actually had two of them. The box is not for the one that I have here though. I'm actually gonna get rid of the box, which is kind of funny. This one was from JOURNALSAY. I tested it out recently and it works really well. It was exactly the same as this one though. So I think I've actually already destashed the JOURNALSAY one. This one's from Archer and Olive. I don't use them that often, but occasionally they can be fun. Do I wanna keep this? I don't know. I actually don't think that I do. I'm gonna get rid of that one. This is a nifty little thing. This is a stamp cleaner pad. It's got bristles on the inside that get up into the nooks and crannies of the stamp so you can clean stuff off. I got this from JOURNALSAY. I really do like it. I need to clean the stamp cleaner though, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Shall we do ink pads next? Because I sure do have a bunch of them. When did that happen? Ink pads are not something that I personally reach for too often unless I'm using them with silicone stamps like the ones we'll get into in a moment, because they work better with those than paint markers, which I really prefer to use paint markers. I feel like they give me a cleaner stamp with woodblock stamps like the ones that we've already looked at. But I do find these are really useful when I'm running workshops, which doesn't happen all that often, but just in case, I've been keeping them in a little, this is like a toiletries bag, I think. So as we decide, I'm just gonna put them back in here. This one I actually bought to go with my business logo stamp back in the day. I've had this for so long, like probably somewhere in the region of 12 to 14 years, and it's still going strong. So I'm not getting rid of it while ever it still works. You can go in the bag. This one, on the other hand, I feel like this one never really worked, so getting rid of you. This one I'm pretty sure came with that Archer and Olive date stamp, so I might send it along with it. Since I have my tiny little VersaFine ink pad, I actually keep this in my top drawer of my desk because I use it so frequently. So rather than kind of keeping it with all of this stuff and putting it back where it lives, but definitely a keep. That's the best ink pad ever. These ones are a set, so let's put them together. And these ones are a set. Okay, this one's from Shachihata. It's kind of a reddish brown. I think the Shachihata brand is quite good. I'm pretty sure the washi tape shop actually sent this one along with the stamps that were in, like these ones in the bag. So I haven't used it much, but I will hang on to it for workshop purposes. This one came with a subscription box that I tried out from Grabby. I've never opened it, it's still it's plastic. I don't know about the gradient thing. I think I'm gonna let this one go. This one I've also had since the early days of my business. The lid doesn't stay on this one too well, but it is still juicy, it's still going, so I'll keep it. These ones are a set from JOURNALSAY. They are, I think, quite obviously sort of a dupe for this. Like, look how similar the packaging is. They're very juicy. I find that they make a bit of a mess, but the colors are pretty nice, so I'm gonna keep all of them actually. Whoops. Lids don't stay on these ones too well either, but Whenever they're in the bag, they seem to do okay. And then I can keep them horizontal so nothing's kind of drying out unevenly. And I only picked up these ones recently. Not all of them are open. I've tried a couple. They're a William Morris inspired color series, and if you have spent much time on this channel before, you know I love me some William Morris, so I'm also going to keep all of these ones. Next, we're going to have a look at my selection of silicone stamps, which has become quite extensive accidentally. Didn't really mean for that to happen, but here we are. Earlier, we had a look at a PET tape that was from this series, this Alice in Wonderland set. Those I think are actually quite cute, but Alice in Wonderland's really not my thing. So I'm going to destash this one. I've had these corners for some time. I have them in this little envelope. These are originally from Stationery Pal, and I think they still have them. I haven't used them in a while though. I think I'm actually going to let these ones go. I don't have the original packaging or anything anymore, which is a little sad. Let me just line that one back up. Oh, there's two in here actually. Some dates on. I believe one of these was a bit weird. Yeah, it's this one that's funky. So these ones actually work. These, let me put this where you can see it. These silicone number stamps here. So you've got each of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 variants, because a month can start on any of those 7 days of the week, right? This one, for whatever reason, doesn't include one where the first is on the first row, whether that's a Sunday or a Monday, depending how you like to set your calendar up, and that's just silly. So a little sad. So they're gonna go, and I think I just don't reach for stamps like this, so these are going to go too. Functional stamps are just not really my thing. This one is from, oh, there's two in here actually, from Cora Career Crafts. These ones are quite beautiful. The flourishes, very like writing library kind of a vibe. I don't think I've used them except to maybe swatch them when I got them, but they're really lovely. I'm going to keep them. I also think the packaging's quite nice. Like it demonstrates the stamps, and I think that's cool. This one was their, what's the word I'm looking for here? This one was like an alchemy kind of a theme. I think these are nice, but a lot less useful, even though I quite like, you know, the frame. It's got ancient medicine written on it, which I'm not obsessed with. I'm going to move those along. Someone else will enjoy. This one's a really epic, solid, repeating pattern, kind of a lace vibe, but it's like a whole block. I've only had this for a little while. I haven't used it much, so I'll keep that one for potential future use. These doors I've used quite a few times. You can see they're actually like stained green from using them with some stamp pads. I used them quite recently, in fact, so I'm going to hold on to those because I think they have some merit. These little corners I used once in my bullet journal when I was doing like a storybook theme where I used some gouache paint to make like a velvety, smooth texture in a block, and then I stamped over the top with gold paint marker with these. And it worked really well, but I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm going to move that one along. These ones are quite cute, very fountain pen kind of style. These are great for swatching because you've got like ink bottles that you can fill in. I don't know about recorder in 3 different fonts. I don't know that we really need that, but I think the rest of it's quite cute, so I'll hold on to those. They can stay in one of these envelopes because that helps me keep them organized. We've got some silicone letters here, and I think these are actually really cool. I got these in store at Spotlight here in Brisbane. In Australia, that's like a craft store. It's kind of like our version of Joanne in the US. They're really lovely, but they're such a pain. I don't enjoy silicone stamps like this. I really would prefer if these were woodblock stamps. I actually think I'm going to get rid of these. It's a bit of a shock move, but I'd like to replace them with wood stamps, and that will motivate me if I no longer have them in my possession. Let's just put all of these empty envelopes up here so I know what's going on. These frames are pretty great. I got these from, I believe, Stationery Pal a while ago. I've used them a bit. I'm sure I will use them again. Let's keep them. Some more clear silicone letter stamps. I don't see myself using these ones if I'm getting rid of the others, so let's get rid of those too. These ones are a new addition, these moons. I haven't even got to try them out yet, but I think they're so pretty, so definitely keep. Imagine those in like a silver paint marker. Oh, gorgeous. I don't have a silver stamp pad, but it would also work in just black. Very pretty. Big keep. And we've got another Cora Career Crafts. This is the Elements one. So this matches with that circle stamp that we looked at earlier. These 4 kind of like, almost like card back designs. I think they're really, really cool, but I don't know how I would use them. So I'm gonna move those along. And actually, I think these are also Cora Create Craft, so let's do them at the same time. The Gothic one is really cool, but I don't know how I would use it. I think I've used this one once. I find like vintage architecture and Gothic in black letter script just like a bit redundant and a little too self-describing, so I'm not obsessed with those. I do like this door. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just let it go. Bye-bye. These ones though, I'm keeping for sure, these crests. I think these are gorgeous. And I used one of these in the mystery journal for December, I'm pretty sure. Keep. This one's a pretty recent addition with the birds. I picked it out for a specific reading journal spread actually, and I did use the birds for that, but I don't know that it's really me now that I have it. You know how sometimes you see something online and you're like, yeah. And then you get it and you're like, actually, maybe not. That's this one for me. So this one, I'm gonna move along. This one, also birds and stuff, but I feel like this one I could do a little bit more with. It does have a lot of text, but that text is very blend into the page, texture providing text rather than I want you to sit down and read this text, so I'm okay with it. I like the sheet music. I think the birds are really cute. I'm gonna keep this one. This one I also used with that new journal setup that I tried to make look like a storybook where I stamped gold over gouache. It worked really well for that, but I don't think I've even looked at it since then, so this one can go. I'll just relieve it of its envelope. And this little set, this is a funny one. This set of silicone stamps, they can be separated, but they're almost like little gummy candies that are all stuck together. It's quite difficult to pull them apart. I've used them a little, but I don't think I like them enough or could be bothered to do it again, so I'm gonna move them along. I missed this one. This is a little woodblock stamp of an ink bottle. I've used this for some fountain pen swatching as well. I think it's really cute. I'm gonna keep it. And of course, you can't silicone stamp without, well, you can, but it's much easier to silicone stamp with these acrylic blocks that you like stick the stamps to. So of course I'm keeping both of those. I've freed up a lot of my envelopes here because I'm actually getting rid of a lot of the silicone stamps. These are the stamps I'm keeping. It looks like a lot, but that's because there are a lot of sets in here that I knew I wasn't going to part with, so I'm okay with that. This is the box of stamps that I am moving along, finding a new home for these ones. Just a couple more stamps before we completely leave the category. Starting with the big bunch here, this collection of stamps I picked up when I was in London across 2 separate occasions. So we've got tiny ornate letter stamps. I don't quite have a full alphabet of these, but almost. I also tried to clean them one time with water and that wasn't a great idea. Some of them have not survived so well, but they are still usable. So of course these are definitely staying. I think they're amazing. And the bigger ones I got last year. These are the Chiswick set from Printing Stamps London. They are absolutely gorgeous. I used them in my reading journal at the beginning of the year. Not getting rid of those either. They were very expensive. This storage box is also really useful for them, but it doesn't have any way to keep this closed. So if I try to move things around, it doesn't go great. I picked up some hardware to add to it myself, just like DIY it. A little clasp from Bunnings, which is a hardware store here in Australia. I did have this kind of worked out at one point, how I was gonna, there we go. Something like this. Maybe I can like rub and buff it a bit to make it match the more aged brass kind of look of the existing handle, but for now, I just have to try to keep it upright all the time, and I'm keeping this in here so I can't lose it. That whole collection is staying. Of course, my star rating stamp is constantly in use in my reading journal. I use this all the time, so that's staying too. And there was one more set. These were in a different part of my cupboard, so I missed them at first. These are also frame stamps that I got at the same time as the previous set, I think. Haven't given these a good shot yet either, so definitely keeping those too. But now that actually is it for the stamps category. This is gonna be kind of a rough one because my goodness, do I have some notebooks. Different sizes, different covers, different brands. There is actually one more than this, but I keep it in a canvas bag and I use it as a counterweight to my tripod so that it doesn't fall over because my camera's quite heavy. So I'll have to show you that after these ones because I'll need to swap one out to keep the camera upright. I guess we'll go largest to smallest, starting with this one from my paperclip. This one is a B5 Executive Series, I believe blank notebook. Yeah. The folks at my paperclip very kindly gifted me this, as well as actually 3 of their A5 size journals. One of them I'm using for my ink journal, which is the one with dot grid paper. I'm not certain, but I think all 3 of these notebooks are blank. which makes them not ideal for my purposes, unfortunately. I believe when I met up with the gentleman who represents them here, and he like gave me these in person, which was really cool. So I have like swatched a couple of pens, like right in the back of these ones. But besides that, they're in entirely perfect condition. So I think all 3 of those, unfortunately, are going to need to find a new home. Then we've got a stack of square journals from TIEFOSSI. We'll go one at a time though. I've been using a square journal for my reading journal this year, and I've been really enjoying it, but it has seemed a little too big at times. And my reading journal, my square one, is actually 9 by 9. Let me show you. For comparison, it's upside down, but that's the one I've been using. And this is the standard size for them. So it's an entire inch bigger in every direction, which means my square notebook experience is actually not the same as most people's square notebook experience. This has been gorgeous, but I think I do want to give the regular square size a try, and this is my favorite of the covers that I have received from TIEFOSSI in the square journal. So there is a good chance, I don't know if it'll be reading journal or if it'll be my bullet journal maybe for next year. Probably reading journal, I think, but I have a feeling this one will be of use pretty soon, so I'm keeping that one. This one is the Wetlands journal, so same specifications as the first one we looked at in every way, just a different design. I actually don't vibe with this one so much. The ducks are cute, but they're not me. That's not an Erin cover. You don't look at that and go, fairy tales, you know, you go fly away home. This one's not for me. I'm going to find it a new home. This is the Moonlit Melody journal in the light blue version in the square, so same specifications once again as these ones. I think this is beautiful. I really like it. I have used a Moonlight Melody design already for the mystery journal, which was the darker blue, more like this color, for the second half of 2025, but I think I'm going to hold on to this one. Partly just because I think it's really pretty and I can see myself using it, but partly also because I will need some options for Mystery Journal and Reading Journal of Destiny, which that one's only got one video on the channel, so in case you haven't heard about it, I did do a Mystery Journal style giveaway last year, but for a reading journal. So possibly this one could end up being that, but at the same time, if I'm potentially going to use a square for my own reading journal, then in order to give you like more diverse ideas, I think I would prefer to go with a different size, maybe an A5 or maybe a B5, but still, I like to keep my options open, so I'm going to keep this one. And I have a feeling maybe the same with this, because not every journal that appears on my channel should be blue. I feel like I'm overdoing it on the blue. Oh God, I just broke its box. This one's really hard to get out. That's a shame. This one's the gold vintage version. You can also get this one in the A5s. I think this is really beautiful. I love the color. It's a little more olive than I typically go for a green, but I do think it really suits the design. I think I'm gonna keep this one also for similar reasons as the previous, because it might be a really good mystery journal, reading journal of destiny, not sure yet. Keeping my options open. I'm hedging, I'm keeping it. But if I do end up destashing it down the track, I'll switch it for another one of the boxes. The boxes are all the same, because I did just break that one. I didn't mean to do that. This one's been in my possession for some time. This is another TIEFOSSI. Honestly, most of the rest of the journals you're gonna see are from TIEFOSSI. This one's from their Zodiac series. This is actually Sagittarius. I am a Libra, but I thought this was the prettiest cover of the ones that they had. Dot grid journal. This is one of their big boys with 256 pages, so it's gigantic. I am concerned, I really should try it because then I can report back on my findings, but I am concerned that I would destroy the binding on this thing if I used it in the way that I use my typical journals, but it could make a great reading journal. I don't know, maybe this could end up being my next research and development journal, because then the stakes are a bit lower. I suppose I will keep this one. We're moving into the A5 category now. This one is from the Washi tape shop. I've actually only received this very recently. They only came out with these very recently, in fact. I think this is cute. I do really like the color of the paper that's inside, that it's a gentler white. It's more creamy. It's not so intense on your eyeballs, but if I'm being super honest with you, I have some tactile sensory issues with this cover. I do not like how it feels, and I do not think that I could use it long term for that reason. So I'm going to declutter this one. Hopefully I will find it a good new home. The next 5 A5 journals I've got to show you are all from TIEFOSSI. This is the Moonlight Melody journal in A5. I think it's freaking stunning, but I did just use basically this exact journal in blue for the mystery journal, and this is gonna look pretty repetitive on the channel, I think, especially since I'm already also keeping one of these in a square. So this one I'm gonna move along. This one is the Leaf and Texture, which originally they only did in an A6 size, but they've expanded it into the A5s as well. I think this is really cute. It's got a little leaf moment on the back too, which is really cute. I actually can see myself using this one, I think. The color is definitely still in the blue family, isn't it? But it is quite different to the ones I've used. So this one I'm going to hold on to. Potentially mystery journal, potentially reading journal of destiny, potentially my own journal. Who knows? It's too soon to say. This one is their Art Deco cover, and it's probably my least favorite of all of the TIEFOSSI cover options, if I'm being super honest with you. This just isn't me. I think if you'd asked me like 2-3 years ago, before everyone was doing these beautiful full cover situations, I might have liked it more, but this isn't for me, so this one's gonna go. I've had this one kicking around for quite a while, and I think it's gorgeous. I actually can't remember the name of this design off the top of my head. No back embossing on this one, apparently. Super pretty though, isn't it? And I like that it's a gentler kind of a sea foamy green blue, rather than being like, you know, bright. I like that it's a bit muted. I'm gonna keep this one. I do feel like I wanna move away from an A5 for my bullet journal for next year though, so we'll have to wait and see. I think I'm about to shock myself with my thoughts on this one. This is a spectacular journal, and when I grabbed it, I was thinking this will definitely be my next thoughts and feelings journal. I currently use this one from the Quirky Cup Collective. You see, I like my witchy stuff, but I do feel like if I've already got a Moony journal in the collection, do I really need 2? This one feels more like me than this one does, so I actually am gonna pass this one along. That's really shocking to me too. Actually, do you know what? As I'm putting it back, oh, I put it back in upside down. I shouldn't, hang on. I need to flip that around or I won't remember what it is. So as I was putting it back in the box, I was thinking this would be a really great mystery journal, actually. So maybe I will hang on to it with the intention of giving it away at a later date, actually. So I think I'm gonna keep it, but not for me. And this one's the last of our A5s. I think this is so beautiful. Definitely vintage journal vibes. I think it would be a gorgeous reading journal. I actually can see myself using this one, which is kind of surprising to me. I know brown is not usually my wheelhouse. I do think it's really classic, but I've already got 4 actually A5 TIEFOSSIs over here that are remaining in my collection, and I know a friend of mine would absolutely love this journal, so I think I'm gonna pass it on. Trying to be brutal here. I'm trying to be ruthless and give myself back space, and so that sometimes means letting go of a thing you like if you know someone else is gonna like it more. Farewell. And we've just got 3 tiny ones remaining here. This one I've had for ages. This is from the washi tape shop. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a little A6 size. This is really lovely. I like using this size journal for shorter trips when I'm traveling overseas, and I want to keep a little travel journal, so I'm going to be keeping this one. This one is the same size. It's from Archer and Olive. It came with one of their subscription boxes a while back. I think it was the Charming Picnic box, and I had a feeling I had used this a tiny bit, or I'd thought about using it, but oh yeah, there we go. I put the tuning of an accordion in the front, but that's the only page that I've used. These are actually kind of a soft gray, these pages, which I really like. This is barely touched, but it's a size that I find actually more useful than you would think, so I'm gonna hold on to this one too. And last but not least, from the journal category, I have this traveler's sized Moonlight journal, which came with the Notebook Therapy Lucky Myth bag last year as well. I actually currently am considering using a traveler's size for my bullet journal next year. I think that could be really cool. I'd be reducing the number of pages from what I'm used to with these, like the TIEFOSSIs that have 190 something. So I think I might need to start like a separate memory keeping journal if that is the case. And this is currently the only traveler size that I have, but I do have a different one from Notebook Therapy on its way to me right now. I'm decluttering, but I've still got more stuff coming to me. Don't judge me. But I'm definitely keeping all of these ones. Now, let me just swap something with my Counterbalance journal so I can show you what it looks like. This one's from Archer and Olive. It's a square. I've had this stowing away in my collection for some time. It is very actually similar to one of the TIEFOSSIs. This one, look at that. That's pretty similar. But this one doesn't have gold gilded page edges, and that is something that I don't know for sure, but seems to have been causing some problems for some journals holding their spines together in my own collection and in some of my channel members' collections. So I feel like maybe if I was going to use one as a giveaway, whether that's the mystery journal or the reading journal of destiny, maybe this would be a better option because of that. Like, it's more likely to hold up potentially. I don't know, but for now, for that reason, I'm gonna hold on to it too and put it back in this canvas bag so I can use it as a counterweight again. So these are the journals that I'm keeping that are as yet unused, and these are the journals that are moving on to someone else. I'm pretty happy with that. Please excuse the peaches butt in the frame here, but apparently there's just always one more. This is another journal. It's another A5. I actually swapped my friend Jacqueline for this one because I was thinking about, at the time, not so much now, trying out a black page journal, a blackout journal, and seeing what I think of that. Mitsu's here too. I haven't totally ruled that idea out, but I don't know about doing it anytime soon, but I'm gonna hold on to this one because I don't have anything else like it. These two items are not notebooks in and of themselves, but they are notebook adjacent. These are both notebook covers. This one is from, excuse me, Tail, Choose to Do. You like wedge your notebook in under here. It fits an A5 notebook. I have fit a Leuchtturm in this a couple of times. It's also got these, so if you wanted to thread through some elastic, you could DIY a traveler's kind of setup here. And this one is from Mimco. A friend gave me this one for my birthday at one point. It's lovely. It's so gorgeous. Doesn't fit an A5 journal though. I actually originally bought the Notebook Therapy original size journals for, I think it was 2021, because I wanted them to fit in this cover. But I feel like the season has passed for me for notebook covers because notebooks are so beautiful now, so I'm going to move both of these along. Let's move now into sticker sheets, which I have across these 3 storage folders, and also this box of loose ones over here. But not just sticker sheets, also some sticker books. Let's just start by dumping all of this out. This is a reusable sticker book. I'm not going to be removing anything from that one. That would be kind of difficult to do anyway. Definitely keeping this one and everything that's inside it because it's unreasonable to get rid of. Like, all of these have been peeled off their backings and stuck down, so of course they're going to stay. This is a sticker book that I got from Stationery Pal. It's quite lovely. They're all very photographic styles and they're all color themed. It's very modern stuff. I don't typically reach for this kind of thing, but I do find it really useful sometimes in the reading journal. You can see I've used bits and pieces out of it, and also it has these letter stickers towards the end that have been really useful. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. This sticker book was from JOURNALSAY. It's got like pages kind of hanging out of it and shoved into it. It's very AI. I'm well and truly done with this one. This one's gonna go. Likewise, this one, same kind of deal. It's AI heavy, I'm not into it. I don't see a need to keep this one either, so this is also going to leave my collection. This is a set of swooshy amorphous blobs once again in a bunch of different colors. I got this from Spotlight and I've used some of it quite a bit, but other parts of it not really at all. I'm gonna move this one along. I don't even think I've shown you this one. This is a sticker book that I found in store at Books Kinokuniya in Sydney. Not super cheap, but not super expensive, $27.99 Australian. It's a romantasy themed sticker book, and I actually haven't used any of the stickers in it because I popped it in a cupboard and promptly forgot that I had it, which is kind of funny. I haven't super looked into, like, it has these pages. I'm not sure if those are just backing, if you can actually peel that full sheet up. Let's find out. Okay, no, that's actually just a backing page. That's disappointing, but this is a sticker. And I guess maybe from the looks of that, you could peel up the frame side of it and that could count as a sticker. They feel okay, they're paper stickers. I haven't used any of them, obviously. This is something I want to keep in my collection. They're pretty cool. They appear to be drawn by real people. and I think that's quite fun, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. Keep. These are all sticker packs from Stash World, from their Stash Sticker Club that they're not running anymore. They're all really fun, honestly, especially I'm looking at that, I'm like, I want to put that on my water bottle immediately. Oh, I've always wanted to give this Mythical Creatures one a good go. Some of the stickers on my drink bottle are from that, actually. So there are some die cuts in here as well as sticker sheets, just so you know, but it's easier to keep them grouped, so I'm going to put them into the sticker sheets. I'm going to keep all of these. These two are both from Post-its Sticker Club, Moonbow Creative, whatever it's called now. They accidentally gave me two of this one in a packet. I'm pretty sure it was only supposed to be one. It was an accident, but I have actually taken this into Stash World to destash already, and people took everything else that I took from what I didn't want from the Post-its Sticker Club Moonbow Creative subscription, except for these two, but they're going back into the destash. I have this one out because I was just using it in my new journal nameplate live stream recently. This is from Henriette Arts. I've used some of them, just the little sparklies that were kind of distributed around. I haven't used the flowers yet. I think this is lovely. I'm keeping it. This one is from Paper Monogatari. It's super adorable. It might be a little too adorable for me. In fact, I'm gonna move this one along. Also from Paper Monogatari, this is from the Swan Lake collection. I think this is beautiful. I'm looking forward to using this one. These are also from the same collection, actually, so let's talk about them all at the same time. Functional stickers, some photographic style stickers, and some illustrated ones, some florals and chandeliers and gorgeous ballerina, point shoes, tiara, keeping all of those. Another Arctic Magic, I'm going to put this one with its friend, not going to hang on to that one. I've partly used this one up. This is from the Pumpkin Spice collection, but there are some good functional stickers still there. I've used like the beginning of the weekday stickers, which is kind of funny. I might actually take this one apart and put the pieces that I want to keep in my sticker book, because that might be a little more straightforward than this kind of half used up sheet. But for now, I'll just pop it with my keep pile. These ones have come out of their jacket because I took them to destash at Sticker Hangs, and some of them have been taken, some haven't. So the fact that I've already put these into a destash pile means that I think it's pretty obvious I'm not going to keep them. These are stickers, by the way. They're like full sheet washi stickers, which is why they're in this category. I'll put them back in their packaging, but I'm not hanging on to these. This one's from Cora Creacraft. I think it's gorgeous. The first time I saw this, I was like, oh, that's a D&D character sheet waiting to happen. But I have now proven to myself that I am the person who cannot make it to D&D. I tried, it kind of didn't work out for me. So this is like a pipeline dream for me. One day, I hope to have enough free time to actually be part of a D&D party. For now though, I'm just gonna keep this in the hope. We got some Tropical Getaway sticker sheets from Paper Monogatari. Sticker sheets don't take up a great deal of space, so I feel like I'm more likely to keep them, especially when there are functional stickers like these ones. I'm gonna keep all of those. This little sketchbook set is from JOURNALSAY. I used it a little bit in my reading journal, but I feel like I've got plenty of this kind of thing represented elsewhere, so I'm gonna move this one along. This one, and this one are all from Stash World's amazing collection of dead stock that they've repurposed into their Stash Treasures section of their website, which is so cool. It's just, Jessie goes on eBay and she finds leftover stock from places that have gone out of business or that people have had in their homes for a long time, and she buys it and she resells it in her store. And these have been some of my favorite things that I've used in the past few months, especially the silver. I had some different silvers that I'm sure we'll find at some point because I haven't fully used up all of them, that I used quite a bit in the August theme for the mystery journal. I think these are great. I'm keeping all of them. Here's some more Stash World. This one I actually think I set aside for my friend Fee because she has a thing about fruit stickers, and Jessie designed this whole sheet of like Stash World themed fruit stickers for this set, which I think is so lovely. So I'm gonna pop that one aside for my friend Fee, but that means for now I'm keeping it, but keeping it to destash. Another Pumpkin Spice sticker sheet. So now I know where that red floral washi tape came from. That was from the Pumpkin Spice set from Paper Monogatari. A couple of useful stickers still left on here, so I'm going to keep this, but I might move them into a sticker book. This is a sticky sticker sheet with some books on. I actually bought this one in store at Stash World, and I've used a lot of the books, but there are a few still left. So again, going in the sticker book because this is a very sad remnant of a sticker sheet. I've used a few of these ones too, but I'm going to keep these ones on the sheet so that I remember where they're from. These are little book quotes from the Tiny Bookshop collection from Paper Monogatari. So lovely. This one I think you can still get. A lot of her stuff you can't get anymore because it's out of its season and then sold out, but this one you can still get your hands on. I used this little set of stickers recently in my reading journal, And I think there's potential for me to continue to do so. They lend themselves well to a fantasy book kind of a style, and it's not very nice to receive a sheet that somebody's like chopped a bit out of, so I'll keep those for now. This one's a very new addition. This is from Runa Marudi as part of her Patreon subscription. It's spectacular. I would not let you pry this from my cold dead hands. I'm keeping this. These two sheets of Lil Sylvanian Family's characters came to me very recently from Lace and Whimsy Studio. I think they're so cute, but I don't think they're me, so I'm gonna move these ones on. I think someone's gonna love those. Oh, here's another one. These are just numbers, but another of those dead stock Stash World sheets, keeping that too. And there's the same thing, but I've used some of them, so that can just go with that. This Gothic Manners sheet came from Cora Career Crafts with the same subscription box that had like the ladies on the tape from earlier. Dubious about AI usage, but some of these are actually quite nice, the artwork, and they're mostly houses more than girlies, so I am gonna keep this one for now. This little set is from JOURNALSAY. They are individual sheets that are all full stickers. Some of them are like a shiny acetate kind of stuff. Some of them are more of a PET, and some of them are more of a washi sticker. I've combined the pink and blue sets in here, I think, because I was using both for different things in the mystery journal. I actually think I'm gonna move what's left of those ones along. I think they're gonna be better off in someone else's hands. I got these JOURNALSAY stickers of dragons recently. I'm not obsessed with them, to be honest, but I did just read a dragon book, so I'll probably try and use all of them up in a reading journal spread in the next like week. So I'll keep those. This is a little booklet of, how would I describe this? Cosmic, galaxy, watercolor blobs in the form of a sheet. I believe these are sticky. Let me just confirm that. Please be peelable. I'll be really disappointed if you're not. Oh yeah, there we go. That one came off like a dream. That one, this top one is kind of a PET texture. This one feels a bit more matte, so maybe that's why I'm having trouble peeling it. Is it actually just a scrapbooking paper? And the other one is a sticker? Okay, no, I think that one's just a scrapbooking sheet. So this is part paper, part sticker. This is very new. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so I'm gonna keep it. These letter stickers from Archer and Olive, they're a little bit marked up. I've had these kicking around in my collection for quite a while. They came with the Vintage Library set, and they're pretty basic, but they're kind of cute. Typewriter letters on like a gray and on a more warm-toned background, and then book letters, so like serif font. I've had them for so long I haven't touched them, so clearly these are not destined for me. These are gonna go. I have a whole stack of sticker sheets in here that I was planning to hang on to. These are the ones I was gonna keep from, that's actually the traveling sticker card that inspired a project that I'm working on at the moment. I kept all of these ones because I thought I would really enjoy all of them. I haven't gone back to them since then, so let's like revisit and see how many of them I still want to keep. Not anymore. Yes. Oh, I have some other swans, don't I? So maybe yes. No. No. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, babies. Yes. Yes, that's die cuts. We'll get to them later. Yes, again with the die cuts. No. Yes. Oh, no. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Keep these ones. Say goodbye to these ones. Okay, moving on to sticker sheets that I have inside of things. Those are postcards, don't mind them. I've set this up so I can see all of them. These are all from Lace and Whimsy Studio, as is the sticker album. And I only got all of these very recently, so there's a solid chance that I will just keep all of them. Unless I see anything that makes me go, oh no, absolutely not, in which case I might take one out, but I don't think that's likely. Generally, when something comes into my care, I tend to like to give it a chance before I decide that I'm not going to use it and move it along. These are all very adorable, so I'm pretty confident in saying that they're all going to stay. And I have used a couple of those ones. These are not technically part of this system because these are die cuts and things, but I don't want to move them to a different storage system because this is where I'm keeping all my Lace and Whimsy Studio, so we'll do those ones at the same time. Basically keeping everything that's in here. What's in this one? Oh, okay, so this is everything from the Sterling Ink subscription that I tried out last year. I have July, August, September, I think, in here. I was keeping them all together because for some reason I thought that was better than mixing them into things, but then I forget that I have them, and like I could have just used that, couldn't I, very recently, if I had them out already. I've done August in my journal too. I've got October ones, and also just general days of the week that are very pretty. I think I want to keep all of this because I haven't given it a good enough shot because I've been storing it too well. So I'd like to keep all of them, but for now I'm going to put them back in their envelope because I haven't worked out storage yet. I'm just dealing with decluttering first, and then I'm just going to work out how I'm storing everything later. So let me know if you want to see a video about that too, storage solutions and how I'm keeping all of my stuff. This one has sticker sheets throughout, I'm pretty sure, yes. This one was from Stash World's Vintage Treasures. This one as well, kind of Art Deco style. That actually could have been cool, although I've used a lot of them already, but with my July setup, because the colors were kind of correct in the end, weren't they? I'm going to keep both of those. The Gothic Garden sticker sheet from Cora Korea Crafts. Are there more than just that in here? Front and back. Oh yeah, both from Cora Korea Crafts. Medieval Entertainment. I think I was keeping that with the Abbey Medieval Festival in mind, and then I couldn't go this year, but I will go next year, so maybe I'll hang on to it for that. I'm gonna keep both of those. I think this was also from Cora Korea Crafts. Yeah, it was. There's a logo there. Very pretty, but I have a lot of this stuff already represented in the PET tapes we looked at earlier, so I'm gonna move that one on. And this is kind of the same thing, but I really like that pen sticker, the nibs. Ooh, yeah, okay, I'll keep this one. This one's actually quite interesting. This is also Cora Korea Crafts, but this one's one of those transfer sticker sheets. So you peel this off, the sticky part is on the back, like with a normal sticker, but you place this down and rub over the top of it, and it transfers whatever was on the top onto your page as though it was printed there in the first place. It's very seamless. I haven't used this at all, so I definitely want to give myself a chance to. We'll keep it. I think this is the whole set of stuff from the Under a Cherry Tree collection from Paper Monogatari. Oh, look at those. Pretty keep. Keep, because potential Japan. This is paper, I'll put it aside. Some functional stickers over here. I've used a few of these ones actually, but we're gonna keep all of those bits. Those are die cuts, we'll set them to the side. I used to store my stickers in like an organized system in here, as you can tell from my labels that no longer apply, so please just ignore those. Pumpkin spice stickers. They've got some cute things on, like autumn is finally here, which I missed the boat on that one this year, didn't I? Because we're coming up on spring. Really lovely though. Pop you over here for now. They can probably go in a sticker book. I've got some good functional ones. Sticker book, and I'll keep those too. Yeah, look, I like Anna's stuff, what can I say? I feel like I used a lot of the sticker sheets from this collection, the Afternoon in Paris set, but I still obviously have some die cuts. We'll move them out for later. Okay, yeah, there's not a huge amount still going on here. And some birds. I'm gonna move the birds along. Maybe sticker book the rest, hey? These ones are washi sheet stickers, like the whole thing is a sticker. They're from Cora Korea Crafts. It came with the apothecary theme. I am going to be picky about these ones. I think I want to keep the two that have the shelves. I think they're quite lovely. The others I don't know about so much. I can't really see myself using those, so I'm going to move them along. These William Morris stickers came with a writing set that my friend Jacqueline got for me. Really gorgeous. A little tricky to use in my opinion, the old circle sticker, but I do think they're nice, so I'm going to keep them. These are all from Hubmen and Chubgirl's advent calendar last year. They're vinyl stickers, obviously for Christmas. You're supposed to decorate the outside of the advent calendar with them, I think, because it was shaped like a gingerbread, but I thought they were too pretty to waste on that, so I kept them. I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas this year, but these would match with the washi tapes that I showed you earlier that I was thinking about, so I'm going to hold on to them for now. These sticker sheets are all from Rob and Hayley. We love supporting small artists. I think this is a really cool one for a period tracker. The different colors of flowers and things. I've actually just used them decoratively in a couple of places, but I think that's really fun. Definitely keeping this one. Definitely keeping this one. I don't have much of a use for this one, so I'm just gonna move it on. These are all transfer stickers. These ones I haven't had a chance to use yet. I'm pretty sure my Secret Santa gave me these. These ones I think I got from JOURNALSAY and they're not there anymore, but I have used some of them. I'm gonna keep all of the above. Some watercolor, kind of ivy, leafy, washi stickers. They're cute, but I feel like this kind of thing's pretty easy to come by, so I'm gonna move them along. This one's so cute. The dragons and the girly on the Ikigai Papier Advent Calendar, sheet number 7. This came in a different advent calendar that a friend put together for me. I'm keeping that one. This is the only Ikigai Papier item I've ever owned, actually. I need to make an order, clearly. Minimal Wildflowers Earth from Dewey Studio. I think all 3 of these sheets actually were from my advent calendar from Kimberly. I'm actually going to move this one along. I don't see myself using that one, but I'm keeping Marigo Nasuli's adorable little books and dragons. They're just freaking adorable. Some more transfer stickers. I haven't used either of these. I feel like I've got similar washi tapes to the pink one, and I'm not really vibing the purple one, so I'm going to move both of those along. Had them both for a while and haven't used them, so listen to that instinct. Paper Monogatari's Tropical Getaway stickers. We had a few of those already, didn't we? I think I'm gonna move along the turtles. They're really adorable, but I don't know that they're quite my vibe. Do I keep one of them? I am booked to go on a little family cruise next year with my partner's parents around the Pacific Islands, so I'm thinking maybe it would be worth keeping one for that purpose. I'll move along the other, and I'll keep the frangipanis because that's pretty usable for a tropical trip. And this sheet, oh man, you know when you spend a bunch of money on something then you don't want to use it? I've been working on this sheet for a while. It's from the Quirky Cup Collective. I've only got the big moth, a little moth, a hand, a sun, and a moon left. And I have cut the corners off because I used the corners as well. They weren't technically stickers, but the whole sheet is sticky, so I just went for it. I'm gonna keep these, but I think I'll move them into a sticker book because then I'll be more likely to use them. Okay, I've got a fair few sheets here from Henriette Arts. I haven't had these for very long, and I still think they're all super beautiful. So fans, paper airplanes, Christmas, autumn, and books. I'm gonna keep all of the above. I do have a lot of book ephemera. Actually, I think I'm gonna move the pastel books along, but I am keeping the others. This little sticker sheet came with one of the Notebook Therapy stamp sets. It's cute, but I don't know that I need it. I'm gonna move that one along. These numbers are from Bloomsicle Paper Co. I keep forgetting I have them. There's enough for 2 months worth there. I wanna use these, keep. Tiny little Leela Journal Books sticker sheet. These ones are very small, which I think serves a pretty fun purpose sometimes. A tiny sticker, gonna keep those. These 3 were all from Notebook Therapy, I believe with the Lucky Myth collection. Love, love, love it less. Gonna move this one along. Keep both of these. Oh, there was one more there. These are actually tabs, which might be kind of fun in like, I don't know, the reading journal for next year maybe. If you don't have your notebook in a cover, this kind of thing can be a little dicey, but maybe I should give it a go. I'll hold on to those for now. This is a book star rating sticker sheet from Stash World, and some sticker sheets with like reading journal functional stickers that Jessie popped together when I was running a reading journaling workshop for Stash World. And I just think it's really nice to have a sticker sheet that says Reading Journal Workshop with Erin Smith, so I'm gonna keep that. And this is also useful for if you don't have something like a star rating stamp. I imagine I could get some use out of that sometimes, so I'll keep those too. Jessie also made these chili like spice-o-meter rating stickers too, and I think they're really cute, but I don't rate my books by spiciness, so I'm gonna move them on. These are really cute, these little books. I think these would be fun in reading journal contexts, maybe like for reading journal pages within a normal bullet journal if you don't keep a dedicated reading journal. I really, really like them. I'm gonna keep them for now. And the home library sticker sheet from Stash World as well. That's really, really cute. Big keep. I've also got one more little reading tracker here. I don't need this kind of thing myself personally, so I'm gonna move that on. The keep pile's looking way bigger than the get rid of pile. Most of these are loose stickers that are, I'm gonna look at them in a different category, but I will take out the few sticker sheets that are in the back here. Much like we discussed earlier, this was actually a set from Stash World's Sticker Club subscription. I used these kind of semi-recently actually for a Kindle case. I kind of love me a bit of a sci-fi vibe, so I'm gonna keep those. We've got some academia stickers here from Paper Monogatari. I've used some of these ones, but I think they're super beautiful. Keeping those as well. Oh, this is definitely a put it in the sticker books. Oh, that's another academia. Yeah, keep that as well. This one I need to pare down and put in the sticker book though. Only a few things there. Keep. For some reason I had my other sticker book. This one's from Stash World, reusable like sticker release paper book. Clear across the room. Of course I'm keeping this too. I use it all the time. And this is gonna be the tricky part. Maybe we give Sticky its own section because it does a bit of everything. You know, there are sticker sheets, there are die cut stickers, there are other like notepads and stuff. So maybe Sticky gets its own thing. But that leaves us with a sticker destash pile of sheets and booklets looking kind of like this, and sticker packs I guess too. A slightly heftier keep pile though, looking something like this. But it's okay because we got rid of probably like a third, so I'm all right with that.
I hope you've enjoyed the decluttering journey so far. Thank you for sticking with me for such a long time. I know I don't usually post videos quite this long. There's so much more still to come though in part 2, so if you're keen, I've got pencil cases to declutter, I've got flake stickers and die cut stickers, I've got all of my pens, a bunch of cutting implements, there's plenty more to come, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. I always love talking stationery with you, whether that is stuff coming into my collection or in this case things that are moving out. So in case you're keen to keep watching, wowee, continue a marathon, here is a link to a video that YouTube thinks that you will enjoy, and underneath that is a playlist of all of my stationery haul videos. See you again soon for part 2.